Bah humbug, everybody, and welcome to another Out of the Theater review. The holiday season. Since
we still got a couple weeks.
We're dancing on the cold, decrepit grave of what was Halloween 2024. I'm of course joined by the Saint Nick to my Kris Kringle, and we are just out of the theater for the $7 production
Red One. This was so exciting for me.
saw Red One.
Yeah.
We just saw it.
It was so fun. We had a discussion, as we do when we actually leave the theater. We spend the whole car ride talking about it, right?
I think we need to address what I think was the most pivotal piece of our conversation, which was the difference between a shitty movie and a bad movie.
This is correct.
Okay. Those are two different things. Okay, allow me to explain. Allow me to mansplain to you. A shitty movie is a movie that is not of good quality, but is still kind of fun and all over the place, and it's worth a watch.
Expendables.
Venom: The Last Dance.
Hey, I still haven't seen that.
You should watch my review of Venom: The Last Dance.
Yeah,
that
go
we
watch
did when
that.
you weren't
I
here.
watched it.
A bad movie is a movie that is not enjoyable because of the quality. This is a bad movie. This is one of the worst movies I've seen this year.
I think it's an arguable statement, but...
Yeah, that's fine. It is okay to... Listen, everybody. I am notorious Grinch, notorious Scrooge. I'm not a Christmas guy. I did wear my Krampus shirt to see this movie.
Mm-hmm. He was in it.
Krampus.
Yeah.
Full star just for Krampus. It's the best part of the movie. It looks cool.
Yeah. I think the witches stuff looks really cool.
Dude, third movie of the year, random Kiernan Shipka. Out of nowhere.
Darling, you're doing fantastic.
Twisters,
I'm so proud
long
of you.
legs, Red One.
Yeah. And at least in this movie, she had, a role.
Yeah.
She had a role. In the other two movies, she was just kind of there, and she did a little bit.
Well, she has a role in Long Legs.
Okay, maybe I'm going screen time.
Oh, yeah.
She has
Well,
no
she dies in the cold
screen
open of Twisters. So.
Yeah, so,
Spoilers for Twisters.
Spoilers for Twisters. But this movie, she has, a role and stuff, and I was able to... I don't think you ever watched it, but I was able to see Sabrina come out.
Yeah.
And, her play on that, which is really cool. Sabrina
Yeah.
Morningstar, not Sabrina when she's just...
Yeah.
After she's realized she's Lucifer's daughter. Mm. Yeah, really cool. Really, really good character. What I did like about this movie, right, before we start talking about all the bad parts, okay?
Here, well, positives first.
Where the CGI shit, the practical stuff's really good. I thought the practical stuff looked pretty fun, and some of the sets I was okay with.
There are a couple cool sets.
Yeah. The ones that are actual sets and that aren't just streets.
There is one scene of cool practical makeup and monsters. It's the Krampus scene. It's in the trailer.
It's fun.
Yes. That stuff looks cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that stuff looked cool. I think the snowman I think the snowman design is interesting. The execution was poor, but the design is cool.
Sure.
I think that's a fun thing. I thought it was funny at the moments where I wasn't laughing at the movie.
Yeah.
There were some good off-liners that made me giggle.
Okay.
Lucy Liu, we love her. Mm-hmm. Incredible. Kiernan Shipka, also. I was really fond of the lore that they were throwing in here.
Okay.
We had a very brief discussion, and I was getting very amped in the theater when I realized who Kiernan Shipka was. Uh-huh. Grilla is a Scandinavian witch in folklore who she didn't actually have them, but she took children. She took little boys, naughty little boys specifically, and that was kind of the whole plot of this is her, wanting to do the same thing.
Yep.
Globally.
I did not know who this character was. So.
Really interesting character. I think how they were tying in her relation to Nick and Krampus was they had the regions right. Because Krampus is Scandinavian. Yeah. And more Germanic than he is Scandinavian, but it still bled over. And Grila's also Germanic into Scandinavia. Really fun Christmas episode of Grimm that deals with her. Okay. Really interesting. We'll have to watch that. And she's putting them in sacks and trees and shit. It's pretty
not
interesting.
Snow globes?
No.
There's a lot of snow globes in this movie.
Lots of snow globes. Found father, or not found father, restorative father-son relationship in this that I was not on my bingo card. Yeah,
that's a thing that happens in this movie. Okay, other positives. J.K. Simmons is in this movie.
Yeah, I didn't know his name until today, but the farmer's guy, apparently, J. Jonah Jameson, the one that I know.
He's not good in it, but he's in it. Which is, listen, it's not him.
It's not him, that's how I feel about everyone. How you feel about Don't Worry, Darling, and how Olivia is the only person in the film knowing what's going on. Yeah. That's what this feels like with Dwayne.
You can blame how dog shit this movie is on Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Yeah. This is his production company. It's his movie. And he is just playing fucking Dwayne Johnson. He's so boring. He's so monotone. Yeah. He's not warm. He's not funny. He's not intimidating. It must be like a quota if he's going to be in a movie that, like, he has to have a handle on the script. And they have to say that he's big 8 fucking times. And it's obnoxious. Like, this is
They're stroking his ego the entire time.
It's him jerking off into his own mouth for, like, 2.5 hours. Like, it's some of the most abhorrent dialogue of the year. I think the script is... when I'm not laughing at it because of how bad quality it is and how awful the CGI looks and how fucking ridiculous little tiny Dwayne Johnson running around
so
is.
Funny.
He has like an Ant-Man thing, but it's like that one scene in Ant-Man where it doesn't exactly work and it just shrinks him to
half.
3 feet tall.
Yeah.
And
he's the size of an elf.
And it's just him running around and it looks fucking stupid.
It's so funny. I do also want to add 2 more positives. The little elves are adorable. They're so, like, Hopkinsville Goblin-esque that I was like, I need an army of these. Yeah. And I want to be friends with them, and I want to sit and knit little sweaters and build little birdhouses and, like, all that shit, right? And then Garcia. Fucking unit of
There's a polar bear monster in this movie.
But he's not a monster. He's a person.
He's bipedal. It's a polar bear monster.
It's a person.
Okay.
He speaks.
Excuse me. Polar bear rights.
Polar bear rights.
They take them away every day.
With global warming.
Yeah, it's Chris Evans is in this movie. He's also fucking terrible.
Chris Evans not masking his...
He didn't give a fuck about this movie.
Not at all.
He did not give a... He's so off.
He was in this for the paycheck. Like his character was in everything for the paycheck.
Yeah, he's so not even there in this movie. I didn't look at the director. This movie feels like a Netflix movie that should have just been on Netflix and somehow got a theatrical release. It's like Red Notice.
With
Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot. I'm glad that we just stopped letting her be in movies. I like that for her.
I don't want to start that.
Yeah, it's okay to like a movie. It's okay to like Christmas. This movie maybe made me not like Christmas even more.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
It's a movie. Like, it's totally fine. I wouldn't pay to see it.
Yeah, we didn't really. AMC A-list.
Yeah, so I wouldn't pay to go see it. Just wait till it comes out on streaming, because it'll be out soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's like...
It'll be out before Christmas starts, so you'll be able to watch this on Christmas if you want to, which I don't suggest doing.
Wherever it's going quick, because this thing is making no money.
Yeah.
How did this movie cost $250 million to make?
Oh, it's in all the shitty CGI.
Oh my god. Maybe...
I'm so mad that we only got a one Lucy Liu fight scene.
Yeah.
One!
Yeah.
Single. And it was like barely 30 seconds.
She's kind of a vehicle for exposition in this movie, and that's it.
Yeah, which sucks. I think she does it well. With what she's given, right? She is
chicken salad out of chicken shit, for real. I will say one of the big takeaways from this movie is how repulsive the editing is. The fight scenes and the action sequences and I'm thinking about when they're chasing the fucking snowplow that stole Santa. That looks terrible.
Yeah.
The chasing of the dogs in fucking... I guess that's just what Scandinavia looks like. That's what Germany looks like. Fucking Krampus World.
Oh, yeah.
That looks horrible. Again, Dwayne Johnson running around looking tiny and...
him climbing the snowman while 3 feet tall is really funny.
So
it's so bad. It looks awful.
Yeah.
Also, there's an exploding propane tank at one point.
Yeah.
That was not nearly a big enough explosion for that thing. That would have killed him.
And Chris Evans's cartoon bouncing across the pool deck and into the pool.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Christ. Yeah. It's almost a seeing is believing as far as how wretched it is.
Yeah. I did giggle a good bit in the beginning where it's Kid Jack.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, this fucking cynic of a child.
Yeah.
And it was really funny because I was like, I knew kids like that.
I forgot about that. I forgot about the opening
There's
of this movie.
There's a cold open
There's a cold open to this goddamn movie. This movie, again, 3.5 hours long.
It was a very long movie.
It's like 2 hours and 10 minutes.
There were definitely scenes where I was like, you could have cut that. You could have cut 20 minutes off this movie if you cut all that bad dad
You cut
shit
this
out.
down to 90 minutes, and I'm kind of okay with it.
Yeah, I'm so serious. Cut the dad plot line out and make him just a bad, like a hacker dude. It'd be so much fun.
Yeah, but the movie has to have a heart. It has to have a moral center. It doesn't. It doesn't. Maybe I was too hard on Deadpool and Wolverine. Maybe I was.
That's for you to decide. You'll figure that out when you do your grading.
Well, speaking of superheroes, also, hopefully coming out this weekend, is our start of Nick Cage November. We will be talking about Ghost Rider on the Comic Encyclopedia.
Yeah.
And you can find that on our Spotify. It's at Book vs. Blockbusters.
Yeah.
Also, hopefully coming out this weekend, there will be another one of these handy-dandy out-of-the-theater reviews on Conclave, which almost has to be a better movie than Red One.
Oh, 100%.
So we will be going to see Conclave. Stay tuned to all of our social medias and stuff. You can find us at Books vs. Blockbusters, where we usually will announce the things we're doing, which I haven't done an announcement for all the stuff for Nick Cage November. Like our main feed episode on The Wicker Man. Like our spin-offs episode, the Nick Cage Tournament of Champions. The tournament of fucking Nick Cage. Merry fucking happy holiday or whatever. Go if you know what, it's fine. It's okay to like a movie. And it's okay to have fun at the movies. It was stupid, but I liked it though.
Yeah.
It's okay. Have a great day, drink your water, and pass out love. Why the fuck not? Mwah. Bah humbug.
Merry Chrysler, y'all.
Merry Chrysler.